So we were doing projectile motion, and today we are going to study projectile on an incline. Right? So,
yes, sir.
There are two methods to do this. First, we are going to study method 1. Suppose this is my inclined plane. And this inclined is alpha degrees from the horizontal. Okay. So alpha from the horizontal. Now, a projectile is incident like this. Okay. Projectile is incident like this. So please see, if I draw two axes, this will be x-axis and this will be y-axis, yes or no? And please see, this projectile is also making some angle from the horizontal. Let us call this angle as beta. Please note it down. Okay. Fine. So this is my point O. Now, in the incline, as I have told you, there are two methods to solve it, and there are two cases also. What are the two cases? In method 1, we are doing case 1. What is case 1? See, projectile is incident, it is thrown above the incline. See, thrown up. Second case can be when projectile is thrown from top of the incline to the bottom, thrown down. So here, body is thrown up. Okay? Now, please see, body is at this point. Body has fallen at this point. So, if we want to calculate acceleration that is acting on the body at this point, let me call this point as what? As M. So, at this point M. So that's how acceleration due to gravity will act on the body. Yes or no? But this is my vertical axis. So actually body is making an angle of what? Let's say it is making some angle, alpha is given to us, so it is making an angle of alpha. Is this clear or not? Okay, let me draw it again. At point M, gravity will act in the downward direction. Is this clear or not? Okay, but since body is inclined at some angle, at what angle? At the angle of inclination. What is angle of inclination? It is alpha. So body is inclined at some angle, so body will make an angle from the vertical, and that will also be alpha. Yes? So if you will resolve acceleration due to gravity, so in this direction you will get g cos alpha, and in this direction you will get g sin alpha. Any problem with this? Please tell me any problem.
That's clear.
And yeah, I forgot to say, body was projected with the initial velocity u. Body was projected with the initial velocity u. So now, if I will take the x direction, so please see, velocity along x direction will be u cos alpha minus beta, and what will be the acceleration along x-axis? Minus g sin alpha. Velocity along y will be u sin alpha minus beta, and acceleration along y-axis will be minus g cos alpha. Please see. Everyone, please see. Note it down. Yes, done?
Yes, sir, done.
Everyone? Oh, I did a very silly mistake. Please see, beta is greater than alpha, so this will be beta minus alpha. Angle beta is greater than alpha, and no one even prompted, huh? None of you noticed. See, beta is greater than alpha, so angle will be beta minus alpha, right? Okay, now let us find out time of flight. Expression for time of flight. It is t. Please see, at point M, what is the vertical displacement of this projectile at point M? SY, I want to know SY. There is no vertical displacement.
You said
Yes.
u1t plus half a square by t square.
You are telling me the equation. I am asking what will be the value of Sy. So Sy will be 0 because at this point called M, body is along x-axis. Yes or no? See, here we are taking x-axis and y-axis like this. So body is on horizontal axis. So if it is on horizontal axis, its displacement will be 0 along y-axis. We have applied the same methodology when we were doing normal projectile motion and we calculated time of flight for normal projectile. Still you are not able to answer. So Sy will be 0 and Sy is equal to ut minus half plus half ay t square. This is 0. What is uyt? It is u sine beta minus alpha. This will become minus half g cos alpha t square. Bring it to this side. So 1 upon 2 g cos alpha into t square is equal to u sine beta minus alpha. Okay, and into t.
And t.
Yeah, t was also there. Thank you. Now t and square gets cancelled. So t will become 2 will be transferred here. So 2u sine beta minus alpha upon g cos alpha. Yes, please see. So that is the expression for time of flight. I will write it by capital T. Note it down. Done?
Yes, sir.
Everyone? Understood this or not? Now please see.
Yes, sir.
If I talk about normal projectile, remember normal projectile. right? So projectile made some angle. What angle is made by projectile here? Angle made by projectile is beta minus alpha, yes or no? Right?
Yes, sir.
Can you see this, or should I reform my diagram? My drawing is pathetic. Anyway, actually, why are we writing beta minus alpha? Okay, and this is y-axis. Beta is the angle that y-axis is making with the horizontal. Beta is the angle that y-axis is making with the horizontal. Please see, what is the angle made by projectile? Angle made by projectile is this, and this is beta minus alpha. That is why we have taken beta minus alpha in the expression. Can you see this, everyone? In this case, there is no inclined plane. So whatever the angle will be, it will be the angle made by the projectile. No inclined plane, yes or no? So, no inclined plane. So this angle alpha, in this case, if I talk about the normal case, so alpha will equal to 0 for the normal case, yes or no? Tell me, if you are not projecting from the inclined, then if you substitute alpha as 0, then what will happen? You will get the normal case. In case of inclined, alpha has got a value, it is the inclination of the inclined, but in the normal case, alpha is 0. Yes or no, everyone? Avni,
Yes, sir.
Reshma, Shanmukha, Sheetal. Okay, so, and now please substitute in this equation of time of flight, please substitute alpha equals to 0 and tell me what the answer is. Substitute alpha equals to 0 in the equation of time of flight. And tell me what's the answer.
To use sine beta by g.
Everyone, what is the answer? Now, what is this expression? Have you seen this expression before?
Yes, sir.
Where have you seen it?
Time of flight for normal projectile.
Very good. It is the same expression that we calculated for normal projectile. So, can I say that this is the general expression for time of flight? If it is a normal projectile, just substitute angle of inclination as 0. That is alpha as 0. You will get the expression for normal projectile. So this is my general expression. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So that's the beauty of JEE level, advanced level questions. They give you the general pattern. Now, this is the superset. That thing is the subset of this. Understood? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, please, have you noted it down, everyone? Sheetal Bhati, are you understanding or not? Pushkin Punya, getting it? Okay, moving on, let's calculate range. So, there are two methods to calculate range again. So, I will tell you by the simple method, no need to go by two methods. Just let me verbally tell you the two methods. See, one method can be that you take the horizontal velocity. What is range? Please see what is range here. This is the range R. So take the horizontal component of u, okay, and multiply it with time of flight. You will get the horizontal distance. Yes or no? Horizontal component of velocity multiplied by time will give you horizontal distance. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Another method is you can directly apply equation of motion Sx along x-axis. Sx is equal to uxt plus half axt square. In place of t, you are going to substitute value of time of flight. Do it. Tell me what the answer is. Do it on your own. Try it. I have told you both the methods. Do by any method. Tell me the answer. What is the answer?
u square sine 2 beta minus alpha divided by g cos alpha.
What? U square sine
2 beta minus alpha divided by g cos alpha.
No, 2 beta minus alpha, you mean that in angle? Or 2 sine alpha minus beta? What is beta minus alpha?
So it was coming 2 sine beta minus alpha cos beta minus alpha.
Something is wrong. You have done something wrong. No, I think you have not substituted properly. Let others also do, then I will solve. Okay, done? Yes or no? Done? U square sine 2. Let me do that. Okay, let me name this triangle. Let me call this O M P. Okay, so OPM. Fine. OPM is the triangle I am looking for. Please see. Okay. Now please see what we have. First of all, tell me by which method you solved. Yes, Ankit, by which method you solved?
The second equation of motion.
Why do you always choose lengthy method? Anyway. So this is my triangle OMP. I am drawing my triangle. It is making an angle beta OMP. Yes or no? And what is OP? OP will be the range, and this is U. Okay, so range will be, I told you, horizontal component, so UH horizontal into time of flight, so it will be U cos alpha into time of flight. What was the expression for time of flight? 2u sine beta minus alpha upon g cos alpha. So 2u sine beta minus alpha upon g cos alpha. Clear or not? Any problem? Yes, speak. I am doing it by first method.
Yes.
So it becomes 2u square cos alpha into sine beta minus alpha upon I have taken alpha, sorry, this is beta. What are you guys doing? This is beta, see, and I am writing alpha in place of it. No sir, I am not doing anything, you yourself are writing. Hey, see, U is making an angle beta, na? So I have to take angle beta. By mistake, I wrote alpha. On G cos alpha. What, Reshma? I am not. Oh, okay, you are getting confused in this. I am not taking angle of inclination. I am not taking angle of inclination. You are getting confused, I don't know why. What you are not able to understand, please ask me. I am not able to understand what you are not getting. Please look at the question, see it again and then tell me what is the problem. I am not able to understand. What angle of incidence you are talking about? Now should I explain? Please see. We are calculating.
Sir, I'm audible.
Yeah, you are audible. Now, yeah, ask me now.
Sir, in triangle O and P, we are getting alpha only, no, sir?
No. Let me make something, then I think. Wait. Okay. So this angle I am talking about, and this angle is beta. Yeah. This angle is beta. I am not talking about angle of inclination. Why? Because when I am dealing with range, I am taking the horizontal distance. And if I am taking the horizontal distance, then I have no use of angle of inclination of incline. No use of angle of inclination of incline. I am calculating the horizontal distance. This distance is range. OMP. This is range. So if this is range, then what angle will you take? You are taking an alpha because you are considering angle of inclination of incline. But pay attention, we never took, even in the normal cases, we always considered which angle? Angle which projectile was making with the horizontal. So here, projectile is not making an angle of alpha. Projectile is making an angle of beta minus alpha. But we are not considering alpha because we want to calculate horizontal distance. So we have put value of alpha as 0 in our horizontal component of velocity. Here. So, horizontal velocity comes out to be u cos beta. Beta is the angle which y-axis was making with the horizontal. Okay, with the base. Fine. and projectile was making an angle of beta minus alpha. But here I am not considering alpha because it is irrelevant. I don't have any use of it because I need to calculate this distance, horizontal distance. Then what to do with the inclination? No use. That is why I have neglected it, and hence when I will neglect alpha, my horizontal component will become u cos beta. Is it clear now or not? Shaukin, Avni,
Yes, sir. Clear.
Shanmukha,
Yes, sir.
then why are you so sad? Shanmukha. Pujita, Sheetal, are you getting it? So this is the expression, very haphazard type of expression, but what to do? The concept is multiplying the horizontal component with time of flight. Okay, please note it down. Then we will do second thing, that is when case 2, when projectile is thrown from the top of incline to the bottom. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now the second case that we need to do, leave it. It will never ever, even this has never come. So that is so beyond, much beyond the level. Leave that case. It is not even in the books. If I will do it, it will unnecessarily confuse you. So now moving on to relative motion in projectiles, between two projectiles. So I have done inclined plane case because if it comes in the examination, see, 99% it will not come, but 1% anything can happen. So if it comes in the examination, so you know the methodology and you know direct formulas. They won't give you anything tough. Just direct formula you can apply and you can get the answer. Understood or not? Everyone? So
Yes, sir.
relative velocity between two projectiles. So there are two projectiles, let us say this projected with u1 velocity and this projected with u2 velocity. Okay. Projected with u2 velocity and that they both are making some angle. Please see. Let's call angle, you can call it anything, alpha, beta, gamma, whatever you want. I am calling it, let's say, alpha 1, alpha 2. So y-axis, x-axis. Now, if this body reaches some point, let's say this point called A, and this body reaches some point, let's say B. So, gravity will act on both of them. Minus G minus G. So if I ask you, please pay attention. This is body 1, this is body 2. So what is the vertical acceleration of body 1 with respect to body 2?
Zero.
Very good. Ankit shocking. So I asked you relative acceleration of body 1 with respect to body 2. Both are being acted upon by minus g. So, and I am saying along y-axis, acceleration along y-axis. So what will it be? It will be acceleration due to gravity. So minus minus is plus. Hence, if two projectiles, now this thing you have to keep in mind, that if two projectiles are projected, then there won't be any relative acceleration between them. That is, their motion will be uniform motion. Question has been asked. I am going to write it. Relative motion between two projectiles is uniform. Why? Because no acceleration is there between two of them. No relative acceleration is there. Understood? Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Guys, am I going in too much depth? Is it bouncing? Because if it is becoming cumbersome, please tell me. And that's the problem with me. I know that when I reach the end of the chapter, I start going deep and more deep. So instead of leaving the class, just tell me, okay, that today sir is going too deep, I will abscond the class. So instead of that, you can tell me, I will not go to that depth. Okay. But I believe that if we are doing a topic, we should complete it to its fullness, so that whatever question comes, we can solve it. Anyway, have you understood this or not? because one or two students they joined, and when I was discussing that inclined plane case range, when range came, they disappeared. They have left the meeting. Please note it. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Now pay attention. What will be the x component of velocity of first projectile? It will be u1 cos alpha 1. What will be x component of projectile, second projectile for velocity? It will be u2 cos alpha . So u2x will be u2 cos alpha 2. Yes or no? I have just taken x component of velocities u1 and u2. Y component u1 sin alpha 1, u2 sin alpha 2. Yes? So, if I ask you relative motion of body 1 with respect to 2 and their x component, so it will be u1x minus u2x, yes or no? So it will come out to be u1 cos alpha 1 minus u2 cos alpha 2. Tell me, understood or not?
Yes, sir.
Everyone?
Yes, sir.
If I talk about relative velocity of 1 with respect to 2, y component, it will come out to be u1y minus u2y, that is u1 sin alpha 1 minus u2 sin alpha 2. Yes? Please see.
Yes.
Please see. Pujita, are you getting it or not? So, now if I compare, please see, now if I compare relative velocities of both 1 and 2, if I compare relative velocities of both 1 and 2, so I can do what? I can represent them along the same axis. Please see, now this is very important and this is a bit higher level, so but pay attention. You will understand it, nothing tough, very easy. See, if I draw this as my y-axis and this is my x-axis, this is u12x. This is u12y. Relative velocity along x-axis, relative velocity along y-axis, and this will be net relative velocity of 1 with respect to 2 in a projectile. Yes or no? And let's say this is inclined at some angle theta. Understood or not? Now this is something people are mostly confused with relative velocity. We have mastered relative velocity, we have understood projectile, mastered it, done projectile on an incline, and then we have done relative velocity of two projectiles. Clear or not? Ankit, Reshma, Shanmukha,
Yes,
Pujita. See, these are two vectors now. What is relative velocity along x-axis? It is relative velocity of 1 with respect to 2. When you will subtract it, you will get some value along x-axis. Yes or no? Speak, guys. And when you are talking about y-axis, so what is it? It is again the subtraction along y-axis. You will again get some value along y-axis. Along y-axis, along x-axis. So two vectors are there. When two vectors are there, what can we do? We can draw the resultant. Yes or no? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Getting me or not? Everyone? You are not speaking. Shanmukha, Reshma, Pujita, Avni, Bhati, Sheetal Bhati. Okay, great. So now, if the question asks you, it has come 3 times in IIT JEE mains. So, mains, I am talking about those years when pre and mains was there, not mains and advanced. So, twice in mains, once it has come in pre also. They asked theta, this value of theta, what will be the angle between the two different projectiles? Two projectiles projected at some angle like alpha 1 and alpha 2. Okay, so what will be the relative angle between these two projectiles? So can you tell me the value of theta? What will be the value of theta? I have drawn this diagram even for you. Come on. What will be theta? How to calculate theta? We have done vectors, guys.
Tan inverse u12y divided by u12x.
Very good, very good. Shocking, sometimes I feel proud of you. See, if I make this rectangle sort of thing, so this will be u12y. Girls, look, this will be u12y. This triangle. Speak. Shanmukha, Reshma. So in this triangle, what have I done? I have just drawn an imaginary perpendicular. Now it is just like a rectangle. So opposite sides are equal. So this is u12y. So now look at this triangle. Tan theta is equal to perpendicular upon base. Tan theta is equal to perpendicular upon base. What is base? u12x. What is perpendicular? u12y. So from here I can say that tan theta will equal to u12y upon u12x. So theta will equal to tan inverse u12y upon u12x. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yep, Reshma. Avni, getting it? Now tell me, you guys are for NEET, but this is JEE level. Was it difficult? Not at all. Unnecessary rumors. Was this thing difficult? Inclined plane, projectile on inclined plane. Nothing is tough. And you were saying that you would do it on your own, Shaukin, huh? Note it. Note it, then I will give you a question. Done? Do it fast, guys.
Yes.
Shocking you also, everyone do it fast. Is this physics? No, sir. Now, can I ask you a few questions, everyone? Pay attention. Question number 1. If I say, where to write? I am writing here. If I say that u1 cos alpha 1 is equal to u2 cos alpha 2. So can you tell me the direction of the motion of the projectiles? What will be the resultant motion of the projectile? Along which axis or along which plane? u1 cos alpha 1 is equal to u2 cos alpha 2. Again, IIT question. Past year question this is. If u1 cos alpha 1 is equal to u2 cos alpha 2, then along which direction this resultant projectile, the combined motion of the projectile will be? In which direction? Arey guys, see what is the meaning of it? This means
That towards y-axis.
very good, very good. Shocking, awesome. Arey, what does this mean? It means u1 2x is 0. Hello. Why? Because u1 2x is equal to u1 cos alpha 1 minus u2 cos alpha 2. So if you equate it with 0, u1 cos alpha 1 minus u2 cos alpha 2, equate it with 0, transfer it to another side, you will get u1 cos alpha 1 is equal to u2 cos alpha 2, yes or no? You will get the same thing when u1 2x is 0. Now u1 2x is 0 means there is no horizontal component. If there is no horizontal component, that means body is moving along y-axis. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yep. Reshma. Similarly, they can give you u1 sin alpha 1 is equal to u2 sin alpha 2. So that means u1 2 alpha, u1 2 y will be 0. So motion will be along x-axis. Note it down fast. Then I'll give you a numerical. You can stop me at an instant once you start feeling that this is going way too beyond. Okay? Just tell me, I will stop. I have already completed according to your constraints of syllabus. Now we are exploring it, going to the depth. So if it starts getting typical or boring for you, just let me know. Instead of absconding the class. Done. Done, guys.
Yes.
Pujita, you tell me, are you getting it or not? Honestly, tell me. Avni? Okay, so everyone has understood. So if you have understood, this is a test for you. Solve this question. I am proceeding. Oh. Don't bother about the length and breadth of the question. Just understand the meaning. Okay. So a particle A is projected with an initial velocity of 60 meters per second. At an angle of 30 degrees. To the horizontal. At the same time, a second particle B is projected in opposite direction. with initial speed of 50 meters per second. From a point at a distance of 100 meters from A. If the particles collide in air, now there is collision in the air. You don't have to worry about the collision now. But once I do the collision, then the things will change. So if the particles collide in air, find A, the angle of projection alpha of particle B. Angle of projection alpha of particle B. Time when collisions take place. C, distance of P from A where collision occurs. Yeah, do it fast. Can you draw the diagram? Or should I draw the diagram for you? It is not given in the question.
Sir, drawn.
Very good. What happened here? You were cooking. So for your simplicity, take G as 10 meters per second. Okay? No problem. Do it. Try it, everyone. At least give it a try.
Sir, angle of projection sine inverse 3/5.
How much?
Sine inverse 3/5.
Yes, shocking. You are becoming awesome day by day. Good. Very good. Didn't expect. Solve rest of it now. Very good, Shanmukha. Good, very good. Guys, just keep on working the way you all are working at present, and I guarantee you, you will secure the government seat. Very good, Reshma. Pujita, everyone. Good, good, good. 1.09. 1.09 it is saying. Time 1.09 seconds. Actually happened with me also. When I used to cook, I am very good at cooking, but now I don't cook.
Even this oil stain.
So that's what you call tawa. So when you are cooking and you are in gas, it touches the hand. Nowadays, kids don't know how to cook, even the girls. I was there in hostel, so there I learned how to cook. When I
For
was
survival, everyone has to. Even
And
I
I-
did that.
cook very well. I can cook everything. Indian, South Indian, continental, I can cook everything. Veg, non-veg. It's fun.
It's fun, it's relaxing.
Culinary arts are very
Yes. मेरे घर में तो अलाउड ही नहीं है कहते हैं कि सारी पढ़ाई कर
okay. You won't believe I was not even able to make tea till 12th. Then when I entered IIT engineering, so in the college, I had to cook. That too did it by hiding it from the warden. Those days. Oh, Sheetal, distance. Let me check. Wow, Sheetal Bhati, good. Very good, Sheetal. What has happened, huh? Have you guys solved this question before? I'm not able to believe it. Everyone solved it.
Sir, I am not able to solve the second and third part.
Arey, time. What are you saying? You can't calculate time. Use your brains.
And time 100 by 91 seconds.
100 by 91. 9 point. Okay. 91. Yes, good. Correct. Shocking, good. Should I give one more question? Oh, this everyone solved. Solve the third part, then I will discuss it. Eleventh will be completed by the end of November, and by the end of December, it's just an speculation, but I think I'll complete electro and current. Why? You are going somewhere?
No, I'll prep myself throughout.
In my class, don't bother for these things. Just the tribute or respect you can pay me is just by studying hard and scoring this much.
तो जैसे भी टेस्ट आ रहा है संडे को उसके लिए कोशिश की प्रैक्टिस कहाँ से करनी है तो क्लास में आपने कराया जस्ट वही रिवीजन अच्छे से कर लें
No, my papers will always be tough. So when I give my 100%, you all have to give your 200%. Okay? So my question paper will always be tough. You won't get easy paper of physics, and it will be much beyond the level of me. So you can practice from wherever you want. Okay guys, let me hint it out. Angle of projection, please see. It is saying that there are two particles. So let us say this, and the distance between them is also given. A particle A is projected with an initial velocity of 60 meters per second at an angle of 30 degrees. At the same time, a second particle B is projected in the opposite direction on with the initial velocity of 50 meters per second. This angle is what? Alpha. From the point at a distance of 100 meters from A, this distance is 100 meters. If the particles collide in air, now this thing we have to pay attention to, that particles are colliding in air. So if particles are colliding in air, this is my particle A and this is my particle B. If particles are colliding in air, that means velocity, y component of velocity of A should be equal to y component of velocity of B. Equated, you will get the answer for first part. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Right? Second is time when collision takes place. How did you solve it? What's your name?
For range is equal to horizontal velocity into t.
Very good. Range is equal to ux into t. Just solve it. And distance from of t, what is p? Same kind of particle B is projected. If the particles collide in air. P, what is P? It is P or something else. Let me look at the question. Okay. P is the point where collision is taking place. Okay. So distance of P from A, this distance. Okay. Yeah. Point where collision takes place. Is it clear? Is this question clear to everyone? Yeah. How to do third part? Who will tell me? Reshma, you tell me. Anyway, so that's it for today. In the next turn, I will solve the third part, and in the next turn, we are going to start with equations of motion. So, bye bye. See you. Take care.